are the top 3 worst inflammation-causing foods that you may not have been aware of. We know that inflammation in the body, of course, causes aches and pains, but can be related to our hormones as well. So I talk a lot about leptin resistance in my content. Really important that we don't have chronic inflammation, which makes our leptin signaling worse, which can cause a whole host of health problems. Okay, food number 1 on my list of inflammatory foods is canola oil. Now, this is very inflammatory. It's known as a PUFA, polyunsaturated fatty acid, which most times is GMO. It was first called rapeseed oil, then called canola oil because it was originally made in Canada. And this is something that you definitely want to avoid. It's hidden in a lot of foods, so make sure you're reading your labels and don't be consuming canola oil. Okay, number 2 on my list, very similar, is vegetable oil. Now, vegetable oil most times is coming from a corn source, which is often GMO most times, especially if it's in North America. It is mass produced as well, and also hidden in a lot of packaged foods. So it is super inflammatory. You want to do your very best to avoid this type of oil. And number 3 on the list, of course, is processed sugar. So sugar is very inflammatory. Not only does it offset your leptin signaling and your insulin signaling, but it just causes a lot of inflammation. Can be very inflammatory, especially for the gut, and lead to leaky gut issues, which is something, of course, that can then be related to autoimmune disorders. So things like Hashimoto's thyroiditis and other issues with chronic inflammation, as that's related back down to the leaky gut. So my tips here, of course, everything in moderation. If you want to enjoy these things once in a while, you go out or you're at a party or whatever, not the end of the world, but everything in moderation. Whenever you do have control of what you are eating, try to stay away from these inflammation-causing foods and stick to a whole foods diet. Healthy omega-3s and healthy omega-6s in the diet from healthier sources of those oils is definitely the better way to go for your overall health. Now, for more information on how to fix leptin resistance, please check out my video, 5 Tips to Fix Leptin Resistance. I'll see you there.